So thank you very much, gentlemen and ladies. Um, this is our regular session, but this time actually I do not want to go and start discussing the details of the new web-based system. I just want to focus on one thing, that how do we analyze a stock using our new web-based and AI-powered system. And it's pretty much the same process that existing customers can use with the Excel-based system as well. So there are some new things, obviously, many new features, many new indicators like AI systems and AI signals that we can discuss if we have time. And that's pretty much it about it. So let's start. And I hope everyone can see my screen, as one gentleman has confirmed it. So first, let's start with the disclaimer that the material presented here is for educational and learning purposes only and should not be taken as purchase or sell recommendations. Trading, investing in stocks and derivatives, especially futures and options, is risky and could result in a substantial loss of invested capital. I'm not a registered financial advisor with FINRA or SEC, and for any personal financial advice, please consult to a registered financial advisor. Now, what this means, that do not tell me that I had 100 shares of this, I bought at this price, and this much is a profit, so where should I sell it? I cannot go into the personal details and help. I can only give you some broader guidelines and the system, how it works, and how to learn to analyze a stock uh, and recognize the buy and sell conditions. So for today, we'll start how to pick some stocks. Obviously, the first question comes that the thousands of stocks and ETFs. So how to pick something which interests you, and then analyze using those stocks in our new AI-powered web-based system. I will share two examples of our which stock picks which I made last month. Those of you who are reading my uh, weekly commentaries, NEM and KGC, those are both gold miners, Canadian gold miners, and those were picked on 19th of last month, so almost a month. And I would share that how did we analyze and why did we pick those two particular stock on that date. We will also analyze a case that we're not to select a stock, for example, Bitcoin at this time, and how to use the AI analysis report to our advantage. And the core of today's presentation is about our trend recognition strategy, or the TR indicator. And the core is that our strategy targets leading stocks in leading industries. In other words, the stock has to show momentum, or it has to lead its peers in its industry group. So like if considering technology, software, and it should also be outperforming the broader index, which is S&P 500. Our objective is to achieve market beating returns in a right way, only meeting which meet our principle based criteria. As most of my customers are Muslims, so it means try to be adhere to the halal principles. And we ensure that stock poised to make powerful moves at early stages are identified, and a high risk to reward ratio is targeted with partial profits along the way. So we suggest that if you have some profits, always take some profits of 15 to 20% of cushion, and always have some stop loss, and do not oversize the positions. So we can discuss it in further detail. So let's jump into our software straight away. So when you log into this web-based system, so we have a number of options here on your left. I hope everyone can
ऊपर आ जाओ।
yeah.
2 बजे।
Participants. Just a second. So mute yourself. So I think we could all hear you. Okay, thank you. Now, my voice better now? You're saying is my voice is cutting, still cutting? I probably need to change my microphone. I hope it's better. Anyway, so let's get back to this thing. Okay, we have this stocks analysis options here. First of all, how do we get a list of stocks? So to help you with that, number one thing is our weekly commentary. And in our weekly commentary, we have this available to our customers with our list of stock picks. And we maintain this stock picks. It's about the market conditions overall. Where do we think market will go? Which sectors are doing better? How do you log in? If you have bought a subscription to this, then you will receive a link and a username password to go into this particular website. If you have not received it, I will send it to you separately. And then we have three different lists here. One is our long-term stock picks. Does not mean that right now we are saying that immediately we go and just start buying it. No, that's not the case. Then there is a new picks, which we are saying that either they are close to their buy point, suggested buy points. Like this one, we're saying this is approaching a new buy point at this point, 28.46, which is BKV, which is a natural gas company. You're saying you don't share anything on the screen, is that right? Because other people can see it, Mr. Tariq. I'm sharing the PDF document, the weekly report. So other people have confirmed they can see it. But other people are saying that maybe there's something wrong at your end. Yeah, there are at least 2 or 3 people who have confirmed that they can see it. Yeah, you need to restart your system maybe. Anyway, so for example, in this latest commentary which I sent yesterday, there were 2 stocks which are new picks. And in the bold area, we are giving that why we have picked up, where is the buy signal, which is the buy point. Similarly, for the medium and short-term picks, which are not, we are not uh, convinced that they're long-term hold and forget kind of stock like Nvidia, Apple, and Google, but they are interesting. And we, from time to time, we open those positions and we close as well. And through our WhatsApp channel and Facebook and thread page, we tell our customers that maybe we have closed a position or maybe we have opened a new position. Now we update this list once in a week. Therefore, through the social media, if something comes up during the week, then we continue to inform our customers through that channel. For example, we are still saying that TSM looks very attractive and could provide a decent entry around this range. Guardant Health is around this range. GE, we closed that position because it dropped quite a bit of last week, 9.67% because of some earning related news and others. For example, for example, NEM KJC, we selected this last week, last month, and last week the gain on these 2 positions were 8.93% and 10.4% only, which is very good in 1 week. And since 19th, we first mentioned these 2 stocks, they have increased by 23% and 30% respectively. So that was a good, I would say, very good pick. Similarly, MU, we gave a call about this. It gained another 10.17% last week and has made a spectacular run of 360% since selected in August, just 5 months ago, and it has given an increase of 360% increase. So I think that's probably the best winner so far we have. So this is one source. Coming back to this thing, we have for another page which is known as investment ideas. And in this investment ideas, the medium and short term, it could be anything between 10-20 days and beyond, up to 6 months. Anything beyond 6 months and up to more than that is long term for us. Swing term could be a few days. Swing trades could be just a few days more, 3 or 4 days, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, not more than that. So our weekly picks is the same list. which is mentioned in our PDF file, our weekly commentary. All those stocks are right here. And as you can see, if we just sort this weekly list by their year to date return. Now, year to date means starting from 1st of Jan. So KGC again, top of the list, 30 has given in last 25 days a return of 31%, MU 26.7, WDC is there 26%, NEM 22.8%. So those have done very well. Besides, the market is struggling and not easily going because of the geopolitical tensions and different issues, economic concerns, interest rates. And there were some which did not perform well. But like G position, I just mentioned, we closed that. But AVGO, we also closed that. But Apple is also closed. It's still in, they are in our list because anytime we can jump back into this thing, being a long-term stocks. So the long term, in other words, all long terms are here. They did not really do very well during the first month, January. But beside that, all others have done very well, including gold, Costco, two weeks ago has given 14% in this year only. Google 4.8%. Now, this is one source. Another source is AI. I don't know. It depends. Weekly stock, it will come. It might take a bit of time if you go to weekly stocks. And when it says blank, then you have to press this load data button and it will update this thing. So I have already pressed this. I apologize for this technical glitch. If my voice is breaking, I try to get a new mic as soon as possible, maybe just today, but the internet connection I think is fine. But for some it is working fine, for some it is not. Maybe there's some connectivity issue because of the weather. Anyway, I will try to speak slowly. So you have to press this load data button if you see it blank, and then it will update this thing. Okay. Now this is another list, AI monthly picks. And the AI monthly picks is through an AI agent. We receive a list of stocks based on their own parameters. And we update this AI monthly picks as well as this growth and momentum and AI and semiconductor stocks once in a month, maybe just after the first day of the week, around second or third. So these two, in fact, these three. Third one is the value stocks only, which are not growth stock, which are not supposed to give you high return, but they give you some dividend and they will slowly move on. So if you just take a look at the AI monthly picks, some of those, I updated this list in the very first or second of the month. And now the next update will be done on the first or second of the February. Take a look at the year to date return means this month return only. So SanDisk has returned 72.2%, RYAM 45.7%. Similarly, others, MCOR 15.8%, Valero Energy 13.2%, not bad for just 15 or 20 days. But since those are kind of more volatile stocks, so there will be some laggards as well. So some have, but look at the magnitude of the losses. The loss is less than 10% on any position. The maximum we had was NTAP 8.5, OTX 9.1. And look at the gains 72%, 45.7%, 34.8%. So the point is, these stocks or these lists can give you an idea. And from where you can select a couple of them, which looks attractive, and then we will analyze those. So this can provide you a source of the stocks, and those are very thoughtfully analyzed, especially these weekly picks are my hand picks, my own. AI is through an AI agent. Similarly, this growth, quantum, AI, and semiconductors. Look at its. I'm just sorting it on descending order. ASTI has given 80% in this month only. These are very high growth and riskier stock. AIM at 20%. Intel, even after a drop of 70%, even it is up 14% this year. Baidu So the amount of the gain they have in last 6 months of YTD basis. And YTD is only January. And look at the losers. They were hardly around 8, 9, 13%. So the whatever the amount is, they will not be updated during the month. We will update this list after a month, except for these weekly picks, which are updated every week. Hope it gives you an idea, so that these ideas will give you a list of stocks from where you can move on and then do a detailed analysis. Now, let's say we pick one of those stocks, and which was NEM and KGC, which we picked last, as I said, NEM and KGC right here at the top of the list last month. So how do we analyze this thing? So we go to our stocks analysis tab right here, and we put KGC here, and we select a data range, maybe 1 year, maybe 2 year, and then we press this update button, and it will update this particular page, which gives you general information about its price range, and this is our own proprietary TR indicator. It is telling us this is a strong buy, and the legend says this strong buy is the green zone. Remember, I showed some green zone. If not, then I will show it to you in a while. And asterisk means that it is showing a relative strength, high relative strength in its group and against the broader index, and it is accumulated by Wall Street as well. Accumulated means Wall Street professionals and fund managers, they are investing heavily in this particular stock, at least for the time being. Then if you move on, you will have, I want to know some more details about the company. It will give you who is CEO, address, number of employees, what does it do. It's a Canadian company, as we can see, based in Toronto. Then it's a normal price chart, and we can go and select a different types of price chart like candlestick, OHLC, line, area, high, the different types. I'm not going to do details of that for the time being. And as you can see, it is on a continuous rise. This is only for how many years? 1 or 2 years? 2 years. We selected 2 years from there. 2 years. Now there are some indicators which are pre-selected, like RSI, volume, MACD, and PPO, and you can select or deselect from here. For example, this MACD should not be there. This PPO is here, and there are others as well, like volume and stochastic and ATR. Some people use average trading range, daily trading range, ATR, and it can plot it right here. Then further down, it gives some more detail about its fundamentals, like its PE ratio, how much it gives you in dividend, what was its 52 weeks high or low, and what did the market do on last working day, which was Friday. Then this has a list of technical indicators, and again, this performance is very important. That how did the KGC perform during last 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, whatever, against the broader index and against its sector, which is material. Now you can see the KGC in last 1 month has given 27%, last 6 months 137, 1 year 251%. But in the same period, 1 month, S&P was up only 0.18%, and 1 year was 13%. And the material sector, overall material sector, which has everything in it, in which this particular stock is there, that includes gold and silver, is 9.22% in 1 month, 9.27% in 6 months, and 1 year is 14.23%. This is overall material sector. So this has outperformed both of these, and that's why we can see an asterisk here, which is what it means, that it is really performing very well at the top of the range. Now we come to the suggested profit and stop loss target. This is the current price. This is our suggested profit targets and the stop loss level. We never recommend anyone to take more than 8 to 10% profit loss. It's just suggested lines. And we have support resistance for the day traders as well. If you're not day trading it, maybe you can ignore this section. If you are day trading it, then through the day trading guide and these support resistance levels, it will help you So you can plot these things on your chart. Down here, there is a news sentiment analysis. So what this will do, it will capture the latest news items for this particular stock, which is KGC in this scenario, and perform an AI technical analysis of all those news as well as its technical indicators, telling us that this is buy with 90% confidence level at the current price. The buy zone is this, stop loss is this. The bullish factor, the other bearish factor. This is what the AI agent will do for you. Okay, but and this is a detailed analysis of that, but that's automatically done by AI. Honestly, we don't go and write it ourselves. Now, but we want to use our TR indicator and go into one level deep and then analyze it ourselves. Okay, so we saw that strong buy. If you have chosen a stock in the stock analysis, KGC will automatically, when you move here, it will update this page as well for you. So update TR chart. Right now, this is machine learning confidence score. It's slightly on a low side. What does this mean? It means that it has already moved a lot. So if you enter at this point, the ML model, which is different from the AI analysis, there are two different AI analysis, is slightly giving a low confidence that will increase by 5% very easily. But overall, its profit factor is good, expectancy is good. So let's not go into these numbers and analyze this on our chart. And what happened on 19th of December, which made us a decision, let's go for this thing. Okay, so we can zoom into this thing. We select an area, and this is January 19th. So what it does, our strategy is, there are different stages of TR indicator. This is the first stage, a small triangle, green triangle. It tells you that this is a neutral area. This is tells you the trend is trying to establish itself. Then a light green zone normally appears, which is normally very thin, which is taken over by the strong green zone if the stock is very strong. Strategy is, this is a suggested buy point, which was 27.7, and with the stop loss at 25.09, to buy within 5% of this buy zone when a strong green band appears, a strong green zone right here. So let's say if we would have entered right here, then the stock came down, make a reversal, and then made a reversal here, and then again try to pass through this buy point, but it could not. But as it again went back right here around this point, uh, although it was not green, but it has already had three green bands previously. So that's made us a decision that let us a decision that we is a time to buy. Yes, it's mostly technical analysis, but when we put a stock in our weekly commentary, we go into the fundamental analysis as well, and we never select a stock in our weekly commentary stock picks unless we carry out a fundamental analysis as well. Just not purely technical analysis. So since then, if we reset it, we made an entry here, and as you saw the results, 30% up in last 1 month. And that's how it is done for every stock. If it is in an uptrend, and if you can start from March here, take a look here. This was a buy point given when it came here, and it flashed a first stage TR indicator. It was flashing a buy point at 11.64. As soon as the green zone appears, you take an entry here with a suggested stop loss at this point, which is around 8 to 10%. And if you just hold on to this thing, then it gives you this rise from something along 11.84 to 12.8, which is more than 10%. It made a dip, but it never came back to this stop loss level. And then it moved on to 14.75%, 20, 30% return in just over a month, maybe 2 months. And that's how it carries on. So I hope this explains the strategy and the thinking behind the the TR indicator. TR indicator is available both on this web tool as well as this Excel tool. This is Excel tool, and this is the TR indicator. This is NEM. You put maybe, for example, KGC, and you can either select both daily and weekly time frame. And this one is right here. Now this is Excel version working, same TR indicator, which is originally developed first here, and then but the AI version or the web-based version is much more versatile and powerful than the Excel version. So I was just explaining, Shiraz, your question how going forward. So we were just considering that what made us to make this decision. It was just not pure TR indicator. We go into the technical details as well, and I will tell you. So this is the Kinross again, and I can zoom in Excel version, just like we can do it over there. And these are the buy and sell points at different points. So as you can see, we have had this thing somewhere here. And that's made us a 30% run in 1 month. So going back to our web-based version. So that's one example. Now for longer term, this is kind of a short-term thing. Why? This is gold miner. It has a high ATR comparatively. It is directly linked with the prices of gold. Plus, we also take a look at their fundamentals as well. So before making a decision, let's say I event, but we use different tools. Now I'm going to develop and add more fundamental tools here in this particular web-based system as well. So we were looking at KGC, right? We have KGC here. Okay, no. So let's add KGC. Okay, KGC right here. So the KGC, fundamentally, if you see, it has given us a return on equity is 13%. But we look at the EPS. The EPS rating is very high. It means that it is increasing its earning. Last quarter, it's increased its earning by 83%. And last 3 quarters average was 166%. So that's a really fundamentally good driver. So before making a decision, we take a look at that. Is the company growing its revenue? Sales change was last year was last quarter was 26% up. 3 years sales growth rate is 25% up. And estimated change for the current year, which now 2020, is 159%. So fundamentally, it is a very, and 3-year earning growth rate is 9%. Not only this, we also take a look that quarters of increasing fund ownership. So for last 8 quarters, funds and the investors and the managers, fund managers and the bankers, they are investing in it. Although there's no change in the fund, but the in funds, I mean, it's less than 1%. That's why it's showing 0.0%. And it's also telling us that the accumulation distribution rating is best. I told you that it is being accumulated by Wall Street. Its up down volume is 1.9%, means that when it is up, it is always up 90% in a higher volume compared to the days when it is down. So that on the downside, the volume is always low and the upside is always high. So these are the fundamental things, basically sales, PE, ROCE, or return on equity, and EPS. We take into account before putting something in our weekly list, stock picks. And it's a much kind of a deep effort, just not just TR indicator itself. So coming back to this thing, Mr. Shakil, I just explained that if you are a new person, your best bet will be to stick to these investment ideas, like these monthly picks, growth, value, and our own picks, these picks, and read our weekly commentary. and then select a few stocks, and then go through this process, TR indicator, and going through the fundamentals as well. Because it's not easy that we can train anybody in a few days, a few months to go through all these things. Sometimes it takes years. So coming back to this thing, let's do this thing for MU. MU, as I mentioned, remember I mentioned in our PDF file that MU was a topmost, the best winner, 360% return in last five months. So we take a look at MU, and suppose that we just don't take a look at anything else. We don't have time for all this thing, right? MU is also a strong indicator showing buy at with an asterisk. So it's a top performer, leading stock in a leading industry. And we analyze MU maybe let's say 3 years. Update this chart, TR indicator, and we go to the chart below. Now it's updating the chart for 3 years. Give it a second because it involves a lot of calculations of buy points and selling points. So that's why it takes a while. So now we can go to 3 years, maybe 1 year. Choose a time frame which is easy to reflect. Take a look at MU here. So MU, it gave us a first stage buy signal on TR around May, but it was below its key moving averages and the green zone was not there. Let's say you missed that. You say, no, it is close to this red zone. We are not going to buy this. But this green zone right here appears, first stage, green band appear. This is the buy point. So you decide to zoom in here, this area, and let's see. You decide, okay, fine, but this is too high. So now we are more than 5%. We are not going to again enter here. But again, around August, right here, 122, it came down. Then it buy zone is, we know the buy zone is 128.1 with a suggested stop loss here, and the green zone starts. So that's the point, according to our strategy, to enter 128.1. Now we could have taken higher risk and enter here or even here, but you see, the first stage is always a bit dicey. So that's why we suggest to being on a more conservative side to go only when the buy point is and the first the green zone is start and we are around the within 5% of this buy point. So assume we are was just made an entry here 128.1. When this buy zone is it touches this buy zone and the green zone appeared, our third stage of TR indicator, and see what happened since then. 128.1 right now is 400, 300 and something like percent. What is the question? What does the width of the green zone indicate? Width is just indicating that the time frame. So for example, we are currently in the January, and this green zone starts something around mid of January. So right now it's day. So it is in other words, it's telling you the number of days. Now you want to be more conservative, like me. Want to go for a longer term. So we need to go for a longer term time frame, which is weekly, and we need to go for maybe 5 years of weekly chart. And just assume that we don't do anything else. We wait for these green zones around a buy point for last 5 years. That's what we want to do. So let's zoom into this area. This buy point never achieved. Then a downtrend starts, strong sell, strong sell. You see, when a downtrend starts and the market is not in favor with you, you have to also consider the market factor. What was the overall market and tech sector doing during this period? It was also below its 50-day moving average, or also in the same kind of trend. So it will become very difficult for a technical tech stock if its overall group is weak and the overall market is weak and not suggesting it. Yes, the recording will be available later. And let's see, we have this strong, this is a strong green zone. This is just a buy zone. So first time we see a buy zone and then a strong green zone appeared, and we are within 5% of this thing. So we just bought it around 62.63 at this point with this stop loss. You see, it came it go up and down, but a persistent overall uptrend was established, and it never touches selling stop loss level. Along the way, when you have 10 or 15% of profit, you can sell some so that you can have some profit in your pocket, and you can add your position at it reaches another buy point like this point and around this green zone within 5, this here or this here. It depends upon your risk appetite. So all you need to do, as long as you are in this trend, and this is weekly, so each point represents a week. That's why it's January 2023, and this is 1 year from here to here. But the return was not bad, 20%. And after that, it really moved on. It really lasted through this particular, especially in this area in 2024. You see, you have it here, it came here. When it moved, you can even take some extra risk and make an entry here. Now, zoom into this, and let's see, we made an entry last year in around plus. Again, we green zone starts. We are very close to this buy point. We know the trend has reversed. We know the market condition. That was the buy point to enter into this particular stock, and it really gave a very good return. That's how this particular indicator helps you, because the green zone buy point means an ideal zone, which if it moves in volumes, in momentum, then it is likely to continue its momentum upwards. That's how the buy point system works. Now, this was a longer time frame, weekly kind of weekly chart, and a longer time frame TR indicator. You can reset it up to 1 year, 3 year, whatever it is fine for you, and then you can have it like that. We have a number of other indicators. TR indicator is our primary, our proprietary indicator, but we have, if you know or you work on other indicators like pattern detection. So MU, for example, it automatically will detect patterns for you on MU. Right now, our AI system is telling us that 63.2% confident on this last particular pattern, average confidence, sorry. See, if you, these are the bullish patterns it has detected during last 1.5 years on MU only. So you can also utilize this, but that will be too much for new customers. So that's, I don't want to go into this details. So it found 6 patterns. Not only this, we also take a look at the seasonality as well. For example, we were looking at MU. We want to know in which month MU performs better. So MU, for some reason, last 5 years, its average return in January was 3.7, 5.9, but 80% of time, it means 4 out of 5 years, it was positive. It gave a positive return. Similarly, May was the best month for MU. 80% of time it has a win rate, average return 8.8%. November is also a very good, and it also gives you a details of this. So which are the best months for MU? May, November, and September. Which are the worst month? April, August, and July for some reason. So we also take a look at, we don't establish as if okay, if it is happens last 4 years, then it will definitely happen this year. No, but we have a higher probability of MU performing better in May and November and maybe in January. Okay. One thing I would like to go and tell you that there are a number of other indicators like RSI indicator, MACD, but I don't want to go into that to confuse too much of information. TR indicator and Ichimoku combo strategy. So for example, we selected BJ, right? Or maybe KGC, okay. And we update this. So this combines two different indicators, our TR indicator with the Ichimoku combo strategy. And it gives a buy and sell signals on this combination strategy. Look at this. Whenever you have a green buy signal, normally it doesn't come back. Even if it comes back, it's temporary, and then it's took off. So for example, all you did is this KGC, the gold stock which we uh, selected last month. So here was a green zone. If we buy, the red zone means we should get out. So maybe we get out a very tight stop loss. Fine. Another green zone appears. Buy just here after this and see what it did after that. It was in January last year around 10. Now is around 37, 38, a 270% return. If all you do is just follow, you establish it, okay, it's an uptrend. It's a TR combo strategy with Ichimoku, much more conservative and much higher rate of win rate and few trade signals. Last time it gave a signal right here. At what point? November 7. Green zone appears. You have a selling point here with this thing and see what it did after that. So this TR indicator means a trend recognition. It does a good job of establishing the trend and gives you some good buy and stop loss signals. And when you combine this thing with Ichimoku's strategy, the results even get better. All right, so that's how you do it. Step one, you find good ideas. From in our system, from where? From these lists. These AI monthly picks, take a look at this and pick any chart, SanDisk, for example. Let's analyze this SanDisk and establish its TR chart for SanDisk. And let's see, maybe 2 years. We have this SanDisk. Excuse me, just give me a second. Okay, so the right now is neutral. What does it mean? It has come out of this green zone. Now, all if you have done starting from July last year, which is just 6 months ago, zoom in. This is a buy point appears 46.56, 42. All if you have done when the green zone appeared around a buy point, you bought it here. And look at its rise. And if you miss that, fine, wait for the next buy point. This is the next buy point, but green zone never appear. That's down, but this is the green. Let's take a look at this. This is the buy point. And when does the buy point appears? Right here. This is the ticker from Investment Ideas, Mr. Mir, monthly one. I took it from the SanDisk. And you bought it from here if it is within this 5% of this buy point. So if you bought it at 241, when around this date, which is 20th of December, 1 month ago, where it is right now, 473, more than 100% return in 1 month. And this idea came straight from our investment ideas. Here it is SanDisk, 1 month return 93.5%, 6 months 1015%. So you have a list of good ideas here. Does not mean that you immediately go and buy this. No, you can do that if you have a lot of money and you don't care. You can do it, but I don't recommend it honestly. So pick a few which interest you, analyze those through the TR indicator and the TR combo indicator with Ichimoku, and try to find something like this, which we just explained. What was that? SanDisk. When the buy point, you are around a buy point within a 5% of the buy point, and is a strong green zone appears, something like this, something like this. So that's how step two is look into the TR indicator. I'm summarizing, you're summarizing it well. Question is, can you show an example how to exist I think you want to say exit. If a stock is not performing, is that we need to wait for a sell signal? Okay, so give us a weak stock. Actually, not really weak. Apple is my long-term stock, but for the time being, it's weak. Now, long-term means that I might have a position even in Nvidia, and I have a conviction because of its strong fundamentals and the product and the company and the history that even Adobe, okay, Adobe is a good example. Do you see it's on a strong sell zone, Apple, right here. And once it loses this thing and this red zone, this red diamond, it means the first stage of downtrend starts here. Chances were there when it was in a strong uptrend that every time it touched this, it bounced back. But this time it was not like that. And it is continuously showing its weakness. Now, will it continue? We don't know. Will it find a support here? It might. It's a good support line, 200 EMA. But once it starts like it start this thing, this strong sell zone, it takes time to repair the chart, bounces a number of times, and then eventually establish or re-establish a trend. So rather than we taking chance here or here or here that it will eventually come back, definitely it will come back. That's why it's a long-term stock. And that's why we want to be in this, but we want to be around a buy point when a green zone appears, not here. At least that's not my strategy. Now, some people, they are very good at picking up bottoms and they can pick good bottoms. And that strategy works for them. If you are one of those, then this thing can even work for you as well. Because if you have conviction in stock, you have made enough research, then this red point could be a good entry point for you if it is a good stock, right? Other some, for example, mention Adobe or Shop. So let's analyze anything else. Maybe Shopify. And then we, if time allows, we can take a look at Adobe. But Adobe, let me tell you this, is in software groups. Now, entire software group is weak. Entire software group. So Adobe is not going to outperform, and this is Shopify. Now you want to take a close look here. As I said, what was the buy point? Here. When is the buy point? Right here. When the green zone starts. You might want to exit here or at the most here. But it worked in your favor. But it's kind of a not a very, I would say, once it is in a green band, it established itself. But once it is out of this, even though it tried to came back, it failed. So now it's in a strong sell zone. Then we should not think of going along at this point. It might work or might not work. Chances are there that it will continue to struggle because it does not come easily. It's not easy for a stock, especially if it is in a weak group. The entire group is weak, like Adobe's group or like Shopify group. Let me outside. I think I have this thing is here. Maybe comparison chart is still not here. Okay. Let me show you is Shopify or Adobe. Adobe. Go out of my tool and show you something else which I want to. Okay, this is Adobe. What is it telling you? Continuous downtrend. It's below 200 and every time it comes up, it goes down. Now, this is something very important that Adobe compared to its software group is at 52 week low. It means that within the software group, Adobe is among the weakest stock. And Adobe compared to the broader index is also at a 52 week low. So why should we take a look at the weak stock in a weak group? The group itself is here, is also at a 52 week low, which is a software group. So why should we go into a stock when we have better merchandise available, better choices available, and look into a weak stock in a weak group? Because it will might take, this is what people thought right here. Oh, it's come down a lot. This is a good point. Then some people would thought it right here. Oh, it's a good point. It's come down a lot, so buy it here. No, the trend was, if you have seen the uh, let's see the TR indicator this, and it will tell you exactly for Adobe, and maybe for 2 years, whatever, that it is not a stock to be there, to be in. Why? Because it's just not the stock itself. The entire group is weak, and the stock itself is beaten down. And this is what its indicator is telling you. Whenever it tried to establish a green zone, it failed. And for last 2 3 years, this is continuously happening. So, what are the chances the next time it establish a green zone, it will move up? No, chances are dim, unless something fundamentally changes about this group, this industry, and this stock. So, better to remain away from Adobe. You see, it has come from 560 or 600 to how much? 300, 50% down in 2 years. So 50-day EMA is just 50 period exponential moving averages, and it gives a key idea that whether a stock is, if it is a stock or a market is above the 50-day, then generally it is in a uptrend. If it is a below 50-day, then it's generally in a, from a short to medium term perspective. From the long term is 200-day average we take. Now, any weak stock which you will see, you will find a similar kind of pattern. For example, PayPal, someone asked for PayPal. You might want to take a look for maybe 3 years. PayPal in financial industry, and that has been in trouble. A lot of issue interest rate, and now Mr. Trump is asking to cap the credit card interest rate at 10%. That's going to hurt this PayPal again. But let's see how did it perform. Okay, this is the PayPal. It tried to came back, green zone established, and then it wavered. Every time it tried to reach to this buy point, it failed. This means the stock is fundamentally weak. There's something wrong about the industry group, not just the company. And once it establishes a strong sell zone, then it keeps sliding downwards, keeps sliding downwards. So this is not where we want to be. We want to be in something like we have the stock is above, and when it just like MU, SanDisk, KGC, not in stocks like, if you want to stuck with your money with 10, 15, 20% loss for an unknown period of time, go ahead. You can do that. But that's not how our strategy works. So in our investment idea, our weekly picks, you probably will never find a stock with Adobe as long as the pattern is this. For example, again, PayPal, you'll find the same pattern here. Look at that. PayPal in its own group is weak. The group is Dow Jones USSF. What is that group? Consumer Finance Group. So the consumer finance is does not have PayPal. It might have PayPal's competitors like Stripe and like others, whoever is in that industry. The PayPal is very weak when within its own group, very weak against S&P 500, and the group itself is very weak against the S&P 500, and the sector. The consumer finance is part of the broader financial sector, XLF, is also weak against the broader index. So this is where you want to be to get stuck and with such a stock for maybe 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. Go ahead and do that. Obviously, it's your money and you are the steward of that money. As far as we are concerned, we would like to be in those stocks which have this kind of performance, like 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, which have these kind of TR indicators, like I showed you about MU, SanDisk, and many others. We can go for something on pullback on weak stock if we are highly convinced that market is oversold and the stock has a history of coming back. Its fundamentals are good. It has a good revenue increase, had good earning increase, and then and we're 100% sure it will come back. Then we can bet on that. But otherwise, a stock can remain in a downtrend for a very long period of time. All right, I hope that it's almost an hour. So I hope that's how you analyze. This tool gives you some very good ideas to pick from and how to take one or two stocks and then move on and analyze in depth and details. And going forward, as we are continuously improving these things, so we are having many new features which I would not describe today, but maybe sometime afterwards. Like you can maintain your watch list, a list of stock. For example, these are my stocks, weekly picks, and I want to see, okay, this is Nvidia, Apple, Google. How does their TR signal? How do their TR signal looks like? TR daily and TR weekly in one go. So I can see it here. Nvidia is still bullish according to the TR signal, but there are some other factors in Nvidia which we are taking into account, and we are not going long for at this time. Apple look bearish. Google look uh, bullish. Broadcom look bearish on both time frame, daily. So we take a look at both daily as well as weekly. Now, not only this, as I mentioned earlier, we have a detailed analysis report as well, which is this AI agent, AI technical, and it is telling us that this particular stock, which is a gold stock, it is still looking very good. Point is, are we going to chase it at highs, or we are going to look at a good buy point, right? So that's how I don't know who is asking this question. The trial period, is it a must have? No, you don't have to have MS Office 360. If you have the Excel version, then you need to have Office 365. Okay. And right now we are working on alerts. It does not have alerts right now, but we'll very soon have the alerts. So whenever the new TR indicator, the buy zone appears according to our strategy, then it will alert you. It can start on the TR indicator that is, hey, the TR indicator is showing it's around a buy point, it's around a maybe a time to consider it. So this functionality is going to be added here. Question was that how does it? I think I should wrap it up. It's almost an hour. So there are three plans to it. If you just want to see the weekly commentary, stock picks, no tool or software is $9.99 per month or $110 per year if you want to go for $110 for a whole year. If you just want to accept this, the system does not have access to new AI tools, machine language confidence scores, and the AI analysis. It does not have those features, and even the TR indicator Ichimoku combo strategy, which I highly recommend to take a look. One time, $140 only. One time. Software is for you to keep, and we will provide a free update for 1 year, and also our weekly commentary comes with this. The best value with the is this one, which is $25 per month subscription for our web-based tool. It has a TI indicator, AI technical analysis, AI news sentiments, AI confidence score, our investment ideas, which I think are highly valuable, a fresh set of indicator charts, automatic pattern detection, and there is stock screener, which I showed you, TR screener, heat map, seasonality analysis. You can maintain unlimited watch list. And if you subscribe it to annually, which will give you a discount of 1 month, otherwise it's $300 it will be. So if you pay 275, then it will come with this software, Excel software, plus the weekly commentary, plus the web-based tool. And the Excel software is yours to keep, and the weekly commentary and the access to the web-based tool will be for 1 year going forward. So this is the best value. For this, you need to go to our website, which is analyzestocks.net, right here, analyzestocks.net. And I think most of you are already my customers, so you go to that website and you know what I'm talking about. Any further questions? You can definitely drop me a message through WhatsApp. And analyzestocks.net, we have this contact form here. This is what I was showing you. You can drop me a message here. Any further question I would have to answer? If no more question much, thank you. I'm glad that I have a good set of loyal customers, and I would definitely urge you to take a look at this AI-powered web-based system, because I think it has real value when it gives you an access to the investment ideas and the new pattern traction. One more thing, I think, before I wrap you up, if I can just give a second. On this stock analysis page, I show you AI technical analysis, AI news sentiments. What this does, it pulls up latest news articles, 10 articles, sent to a participant, and it gives an synopsis, overall analysis that what the current market sentiments are, what these articles in general they are saying. So 85% of the article are saying they are about this KGC stock. They are bullish. This is the key point they have mentioned, and the bullish factor they have mentioned. And so this is another AI feature which is available only in our uh, uh, web-based system. All right, thank you very much. I appreciate that, and that will be it for today. And I will be happy if you to answer any further question. If you just drop those questions to me in WhatsApp or through some other channel. Okay, thank you. Have a good day and be safe. Bye bye.